blueprints with them blue balls. I haven't seen any gameplay whatsoever, and I'm really excited to try this game out. So let's hit new game. Oh, we got Fritz. We got Fritz in front of us. Who are you?
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington.
From Reddit.
Of my right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own.
Whoa, that ain't a house, that's a castle.
The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location
a
of the
45 room estate. And we have to find the 46th room. That's going to be insane.
From all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts in a timely manner.
Within a timely manner? Is this going to be timed?
Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse.
Oh no. So what does this have to do with being a family member? You should look for a room. If you don't find that one specific room, you're not going to get the castle. You can't rent out Airbnbs with that. It doesn't make any sense, but sure. Whoa. This looks awesome. Alright, let's start this. It's a great view between the mountains. That mountain looks kinda weird. But sure, let's ignore it. Wow, little birdies. A letter. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holy. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy. As a young boy. And I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those last summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you're fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I choose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. So you're giving me this estate, but I cannot even sleep in it. Bruh. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. With all of the love and wishes, best of luck, Fritz from Reddit. Thank you, Fritz. So we cannot take any items from outside, so no chainsaws. But we cannot take this statue outside. This is gonna be worth a pretty penny. No, I'm not Romanian. I'm just looking at the word of the statue, alright? Leave me alone. So here is a blueprint of the home. The Mount Holy blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing tab. Whoa! So this is the entrance hall and that is the antechamber. Cool. So there are 3 doors. Little chair. And what's this? So each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 footstep. When you no longer have any footsteps left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Whoa. Alright. Let's start out with lucky left. Select a room to draft. So there's a closet, a hallway, and a bedroom. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2 footsteps. Oh, that's actually good. I need more footsteps. Yay! Greetings from Reddington. Cool. And there's a chest here. The trunk is locked. I need a key. Can I rotate this? No, I cannot. Look, it's a picture of our grandma. That's very cute. Whoa. I gotta say, I'm quite impressed with these graphics. It's like Borderlands. Really like it. It's cartoonish, but still beautiful. There's a spare room, a guest bedroom. Ooh, that gives us plus 10. Or a den. I think I want a den. I want a diamond. I'm very greedy. Okay. So... here's a diamond. Cool, I'm rich. So what can I do now in this room? The clock, there's a fire. And there's a trunk that is locked. Huh. Okay. I don't think there's anything to it anymore. A nook, a spare room, or a lavatory. Let's go for the nook. I want a key. Alright, we got one key. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observation. A pad, a scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will be proved to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. That's right. Perhaps let's take a book. We cannot take any books. That's fine. So here's a jukebox. Old chairs. Nothing really worthy of looking. Let's open this chest. Yeah, let's use it. And we got dice. Ivory dice. While drafting, you may use ivory dice to roll new floor plans. Cool. And money. We got 4 coins. Cool. Alright, let's continue down this path. West Wing Hall or a guest bedroom. Let's go with the West Wing Hall. I'm not too, like... I have enough steps for everything. Staff noticed, out of respect from the late Lady Clara Epstein, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Oh, and then there's this little text that has been cut off. Which way should we go? We can go back. Perhaps we can get like more treasures. What can we get? Parlor, lavatory. Let's do a parlor, a little puzzle game. Ah, there is Fritz from Reddit. What's good, Fritz? Let's see. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the old hags this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, I have been quite a while since we have been seen in decent society, and we are beginning to worry that my wife's wit has lost its charm. I have no delusion that my company is rivals to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of the evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I'd mentioned that a rather singular parlor game I have played some years back, involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Thank you, Lowry. There will always be at least one box which displays 1 true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within. The other 2 are always empty. Okay, so that's the game, and we have the key right here. For the parlor game. So one box always lies. The blue box contains the gems. This box is the white box. This box is the black box. So 2 are lying and 1 is telling the truth. Is that right? Let me see again. at least one box which displays only true statements. So we know this box is lying, this box is lying. So this one should be telling the truth, since there would be one box always telling the truth. So the blue box contains the gem, and let's open the blue box. Yay, we got the diamonds. Great. That was fun. Let's continue our journey. What's this gonna be? Let's have a courtyard. Wow, we're outside. Nice. Anything interesting in this particular mansion? No. Let's continue. A pantry, spare room, or a patio. Green in that. Whoa. I actually want this. I want gems. Okay. Oh no, it's costed me gems for this, huh? Occasionally you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms of the real estate. With a shovel one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. Ah. There's some dig spots right here. I find no shovel. That sucks. So many dig spots, I can't do anything. Doesn't matter. Let's go. Storeroom, a hallway, or a drawing room. Let's go with the storeroom. Little horsey. And a key! Hell yeah, we need a key. Another diamond. And a coin. Great. Let's continue. So let's go back into this real estate. A corridor, a nursery. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 footsteps. Footstep. Whoa. Is there anything here? There's a book. The Red Prince. There was a Red Prince who sat on the red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He would not stand the sight of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he ever was outside when the clouds weren't around. Do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad. A story he had read in the bad and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you. In fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about the Red Prince and his book, the Red Book we just read. So we are the Red Prince. Haha. Cool. It's a little swan, a white swan right there. There is no crow in this room. Alright, let's go further. We need to go back. This room is... yeah, accessible. Let's actually open this trunk. Oh, another key, that's good. A gem and some coins. That was a good catch. Wow, I'm happy with that. Right, we're again at the starting room. We're here at... the entrance hall. Actually, let's go to the right. Bunk room. Oh, counts as 2 bedrooms, so we're getting a +10 from the other room. But the problem is it's a dead end, so we cannot go any further than that. So I think we need a drawing room. Wow. Okay. There was a ring here. No fire. A nice painting. And a telephone. Okay. We can go for a pantry or a commissary. I think I want a commissary. I want to be able to buy things. Ooh, there's a little arcade machine that we cannot use. That's a shame. So here's a little shop. What's this? With, without. Effectively, the first week of December, payroll for all live out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically, as your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call. It is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Bagmatch. Terminal password is scribbled out. Okay. Wait, this is important. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Uh-oh. So we need to buy shit now. So we can buy 1 gem for 3 coins, a salt shaker for 5 coins, a sledgehammer, and a metal detector. I think I want a sledgehammer. Ha! Padlocks. I can shatter padlocks right now. I love it. Let's see. Whenever you enter a chapel, lose 1 coin. You know what? Let's get a guest bedroom. So we can get 10 steps extra. Great. Is there something extra? Yeah. Sinclair, just want to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've been in the billiard room in the house. It was beginning to suspect you retired the floor pen as well as word to wait though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciate that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Huh. So in the billiard room there is a puzzle. Let's see. Do we have it unlocked? Nursery patron? No, we do not have that unlocked, but that's good for a mental note. There are keys. Car keys! Ooh. Anything new? A little sheep? Okay, let's continue. A secret passage leads to a room of a color of your choice. Let's do a hallway, since there are more doors. This door is locked. Spare room, a security. Yeah, we want the security. Whoa, what happened? This looks and sounds kinda creepy. What's this, bro? So everything has been recorded. Huh. Even this moment. Why does this feel like a horror game? Whoa, so many rooms. Where can we grow weed? I meant, where can we grow our little green plants? Oh wow. That's kind of creepy if you even like record the bedrooms. It's even in 2 FPS, bruh. So everything has been recorded. I don't see the camera though. So they've hidden it very carefully. Wow. Some tapes. Let's see. Blue memos true, red memos are lies. Okay. So only the blue memos are true. What's this? Welcome to Mount Holly Security. Press enter. View state inventory, keycard system, log into network. The following in the detailed list in the house yet being collected. This list. Oh, so we missed one gem. Okay, let's go to the main menu. A keycard system. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard or a sledgehammer. The keycard system is currently operational. Keycard system settings. Security level medium, offline mode locked. We can do it in an offline mode. Huh. Security level perhaps. Well, we'll see. And to the security menu. Log into network. I have no idea what the password is, but well, let's try 1, 2, 3, 4. Incorrect passwords. Okay. Doesn't matter. Let's exit this. That's quite interesting, huh? Let's go further. There's a closet, a chapel, or a passageway. Gem requirement 2 we cannot do. Let's redraw a floor plan. You know what? Let's do a corridor. Bruh. Yeah, I should have thought this out. So we just wasted an entire room for nothing. That was stupid of me. Right, this is the only door left. I haven't seen this. Wow. Where are we? We're right here. Whoa. We're playing Five Nights at Freddy's here. Locksmith. Keys for sale, but we have no coins. A pantry. Laboratory. Okay. A little note and some coins and a banana. Yum. Ooh, gives us +3 footsteps. Hell yeah. Bridget, please pick up some more food before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I'll think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it on the pantry. Okay, so there are way more fruits for the current day. Cool. Oh, this is locked. Oh no. Did we just lock ourselves? I think we did. Oh no. Yeah, there are no more rooms. Oh no, dude. Okay, we might have played ourselves. The entrance hall was here. We went to the nook, to the den, West Wing Hall, courtyard, and then we closed ourselves off. We cannot go any further than this. That's a shame. We should call it a day. This is a great first day to explore all our options and to note that we shouldn't lock ourselves into this room. Thank you so much for watching the first episode of Blueprints. I really like this game. It's super like relaxing, calming, and it has some horror elements in it, but it's not a horror game, it's a puzzle game. So in total we have 18 rooms. We reached rank 4 and steps taken 39. We found 2 items that we have to lose. We have to throw that away. So that's very good. Look, we're outside. We cannot even... we cannot rest in the manor. No, we cannot rest in the 49 rooms that are in this house, this building. No, we have to sleep outside. That's quite funny. So I'll see you guys in the next upload. Bye.